Okay, I wasn't sure if I was going to be streaming today or not, but I decided, yeah, I gotta get back in and play some more KotOR. So, here I am. This is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I am GrooveSim, otherwise known as Tom in real life. I'll load the game. We last left off, we had just landed on Manaan, the Selkath homeworld of Manaan. You know, seafood lovers' paradise. It's... Oh, wow. This does not look like Manaan, does it? I loaded the wrong one. Because I'm silly. Like that. Let's try this again. We're on board the Ebon Hawk, but we're in the port. We're in the dock. And I think I got caught up with all the convo. I believe so. Let me just... Do you have anything more to say? I don't think so. I know one of his friends is here on Manaan, and we'll have to help him out. So why did you leave the Jedi?
Who said I left the Jedi?
You did. You said you weren't a Jedi. Are you saying you're still a Jedi?
Well, technically I was only a Padawan. Not that that makes a difference to most, but as for the Order itself, no, I never left it. It left me.
Oh. What do you mean, it left you?
You know what I hate? Well, lots of things really, but I'm old and easily annoyed, but that's besides the point. What I really hate are how most people view the Jedi. Everyone thinks that the Jedi are perfect, that they can do no wrong. They think the Jedi Council is completely incapable of injustice.
I certainly don't think that.
I guess you aren't as stupid as you sometimes act. No doubt you've been on the receiving end of Jedi justice at least once, eh? And I'm not even talking about how some of us fall to the dark side. No, that's plenty indication of our fallibility. But it's something else entirely. No, I'm talking about how more than often not, your average robe-wearing Jedi can try to do the right thing and still be completely wrong.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
I suppose I'm not being very clear, am I? Come to think of it, I don't have to be clear. Someone my age is entitled to ramble, damn it. But for your sake, I'll try to explain. I'll tell you a little tale about a Jedi master I once knew. Hortath, I think. Or was it Hortoth? I can never get it straight.
Go on.
Where was I then? Oh yes, Master Hortath. He was a kindly old Jedi who meant well, but the most nearsighted thing in the Corps, I swear. He would walk into walls, knock over tables, mistake apprentices for rancor beasts, that sort of thing. And he was too proud to submit to proper treatment. Some used to counsel him in the urge to use the Force, Master Hortath. Allow the Force to see for you. But he refused to believe that his eyes were failing. He simply squinted more and more as the years went on. The other Jedi resignedly passing it off as the amusing quirk of a compassionate old man.
Go on.
One day a young Padawan meets Master Hortath in the courtyard and, not knowing of his blindness, asks him for directions to the Council. Quite sure of himself, Hortath gave the lad directions, which happened to lead back outside and away from the Enclave. The Padawan is confused, naturally, and he asks if Master Hortath is sure, and of course Master Hortath says that he is. The Padawan suggests that perhaps he should ask someone else, but the proud Hortath now feels insulted. He tells the Padawan to take the route he prescribed and no other. Rather dejectedly, the Padawan did as he was told, and so ended up leaving the Jedi Order forever. It was decided that the boy's fate was to leave the Order anyway. though whether that was out of respect for Hordath or because the boy went on to something else, well, we'll never know.
So, what's the
The
point?
tale is about blindness, and I thought the point was clear. At any rate, you think about it. You're the one who asked why the Jedi left me, remember? Now let's get going. My feet are itching for a good run.
But so if you use the camera, right? If you move the camera when you go into going across these seams that lead from the room to the hallway and all that, there's this little glitch. This goes all the way back. This is just part of the game. Twirls your character around, and it's not a big deal. Just thought I'd mention it. It's funny too. I was listening to him, and you know, it's just behind me, over my shoulder, over my character's shoulder. I could hear the Gizka hopping around. That reminded me. Oh yeah, Manaan. I can get rid of these Gizka now. There's a merchant. I think that's what he is, merchant. There's a Selkath dude we can dump these Gizka on once and for all. You know, I can't do anything with him. It's sad because I did not feed my repair at all. Usually by now I make it a point every playthrough to feed repair just because I know HK47 requires that. I did not do that this time. This has been a very very different sort of unique playthrough for me. I played it several times, people, and many times I end up going the same route, doing the same things, you know. So this time it's decided to switch it up a little bit, and you can do that, you know. And we're good. We're good to go. So enough of me yammering on. Let's get the hell off the Ebon Hawk. What do I want to take? Yeah, two things. I'm going to have to, at some point, return to Tatooine. A couple of side quests will be what am I trying to say? We won't be able to conclude a couple of side quests if I wait too long. So we're going to go around, check out Manaan a little bit, and actually the city is called I forget what it's called. Figure out who you're going to take, Tom. Okay? How about we start there? And let's for the hell of it. All right, let's yeah, let's go. Yeah. Hardly take Zalbar, even though I like Zalbar. It's great to have, but it's not much of a conversation piece, you know. Really. I think there's some containers around here. Check it out anyway. This is the port of... It'll come to me. Okay, let's just look at the map. It's called it's Manaan, but this is called the port city of I think it starts with an O.
How may I be of assistance to you, Padawan? What is it you would like to speak to me about? Of course. If there is anything else, I am here to help.
There's that lovely background theme for Manaan.
You Republic people are so pathetic, sitting around groveling at the table scraps the galactic senators deign to give you. It makes me sick.
The senators work for the good of the whole galaxy, not for individual gain.
Ha! Don't make me laugh, you gutless simp. It's the destiny of weak-minded fools like you to be ruled over by the strong, like we Sith.
I'm warning you. Don't push me or you'll get just what you're asking for.
Try it. Just try it. I'd love to see you throw the first punch. And with all the cameras around, the Selkath would be all over you inside of 30 seconds. You break their laws. You pay the price, Republic scum. But I can see that you're not man enough to back up your words anyway. If you ever feel like relieving yourself of your worthless existence, feel free to come by our enclave here. We have many, many ways to fulfill your wish.
So that's Sith trying to goad the Republic officer there into a
Yeah,
fight.
what are you... Oh, I apologize, Master Jedi. I should not have been rude.
Why do the Sith upset you so
Well,
much?
these damn Sith are everywhere on Manaan, pushing us Republic citizens around, trying to goad us into breaking the law somewhere.
Breaking the law.
Yeah, the Selkath want to maintain their neutrality in this war we're fighting with the Sith, and they enforce it very strictly. So we just have to sit here and let the Sith insult us, and we can't raise a hand against them. Otherwise, the Republic will face severe KotOR export restrictions, and that could lose us the war altogether.
Ahto City, yeah, that's... I said O, but it's an A. Anyway. Hey, tell me about Ahto City.
It's big. Real big. Actually, it's pretty much the only real city on the entire world. The only place for us air breathers, anyway. Manaan is a water world, which you may have noticed on your way down to land here, inhabited natively
Yeah.
by a species of fish people called the Selkath. They built this city to cater to us off-worlders, and as a base of operations to export KotOR, which is the only real thing they have to trade here.
Right. What is KotOR? I know what that is. KotOR, that's what we use to make med packs, all that. Different types of medical aids, etc. So the Republic and Sith both
The
say here,
Selkath
right?
think that by staying neutral, they can play both sides, selling KotOR to everyone that needs it, and making themselves too valuable to be worth conquering. Well, that, and they threaten to destroy the only natural source of KotOR on the planet if anyone tries to attack them. But I think they're underestimating the length the Sith will go to get what they want. They're probably planning something already. Is there anything else you require? Of course.
Let's go.
If you have any other questions, you should probably see Roland Wan. He's the Republic diplomat here. He's by the Republic
Gotcha.
Enclave near the visitor residences. Oh, if you don't know where that is, go north from here, then south past the port official in the first courtyard, east into the second courtyard, then north, then east again. You got that? Have a pleasant stay, Master Jedi.
Got it. Thank you, buddy. So yes, it's kind of a strange dynamic here on with the Sith and Republic sort of maintaining an uneasy truce, you know, because the Selkath, as you gather, as you heard, are neutral, and they don't got no fighting around here. You can't wield your weapon, not in hostility. You guys coming? Greetings, human, and welcome to the Ahto City. Visitors Provisional Stand. We are here to provide visitors with all manner of indigenous treats and products produced right here on Manaan. Carry all manner of foods and provisions and have contacts with resellers across the world to provide you, the customer, with the best shopping experience possible. How is it that the Ahto City Provisional Company can help you? Tell me about Manaan. Let me see your inventory. It's here. It serves you. Oops. Oopsie daisies. Oopsie smush 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 boop. Yeah, I could probably grab some more of those anyway. Yeah. Good. Sure. Alright, sure. How many spikes do I have? 33. I have 11 parts. What else? 2,000 for that. It's a bit high. Bit expensive. I can sell some stuff though. See what I can sell. Sell that. Not going dark, so no need for it. Keep the Jedi night robes though, the other Jedi robes, because this goes according to, well, anyway, I forget what I was going to say there. So yeah, we can sell one of these. Battle armor. Nice defense, no dexterity. It's worth 1,000 credits though, so we'll take that. Take the creds. Not gonna use it. Chani Vibro Blade is nice, you know. Nice to have. Good. Huh, prototype Vibro Blade is only worth 20 credits, but I guarantee you, it's worth more than 20 credits to me. It's an important weapon, early on especially. And in, like, say, Zalbar's hands, deadly, especially with the upgrades. Crat double sword, which is also a nice item to have. I don't need to hold on to it. I might, you know, get rid of it at some point, but I think for now, what do you think? I could probably, you know, something I do. Because I have both this and the Sith Lords, which is KotOR 2 for anyone who hasn't played either one. And in the Sith Lords, you could convert your companions like to Dark Jedi if you were going dark side, or Jedi if you were going light side. And so, you know, you wanted to make sure you had some equipment and some robes for them, you know. You can sort of play companions, you know, emotions in one, but you really can't convert them. Like, you can't teach them to be Jedis, which is too bad. You know, it's like both experiences, both games offer their own unique experiences, which is cool. This one was developed by Bioware, and the Sith Lords was developed by Obsidian, and you know. Obsidian like improved on some certain things, you know. The story was okay, but one of the things that Bioware did better than Obsidian was in storytelling and with the characters, I think. Characters were more likable in the first one. More colorful in the first one. So there was more depth to the characters, generally speaking. I mean, the characters weren't bad in KotOR 2, but they just didn't have the same endearing qualities, you know, that the characters in one had. The story and the story branches for your companions and all that in the first one also much more compelling and interesting than in the second one. But definitely Obsidian was able to improve on some things over the first one. Mainly starting out people with Jedi skills. Now, for me, I didn't mind having to go to Terrace first and having to go through all that, you know, to get to Dantooine and then ultimately obtaining, you know, my Jedi powers. You know, having to wait didn't bother me at all. In fact. But for some people, it was kind of a drag, I guess. But not so much for me. But again, being able to basically teach your companions, you know, the Jedi ways, you know, or the dark Jedi ways, you know, the Sith ways, whichever path you decided to take, you know, you could definitely, oh, I gotta sell these. How much are they worth on Tatooine? I'm gonna hold on to those. This I need to add this to I need to go back on the ship. I forgot about that. Need to go back on the ship and, I can wait though. I don't need it right now. Just have to remember to do that. I know I'm hanging in this menu as I gab because that's what I tend to do. I tend to, like, you know, talk and then, you know, I don't. I hope I didn't sell anything by mistake that I wanted to keep. Yes. So anyway, I know I'm just kind of mumbling. It takes me a while to get going in my stream, and feel a bit lethargic, you know. But into playing this, no doubt. So this is the dude I'm going to try to dump the Gizka on right here. His name is Nubasa. Greetings, forgive me if this seems an odd question, Outworlder, but might you have any exotic species for sale? Nothing dangerous, mind you. Oh, yeah. Exotic species? What sorts of exotic species? Anything non-sentient, non-carnivorous will do. Though creatures that are easy to manage are preferred. Is that understandable? Oh, absolutely. I have some Gizka if you're interested. Gizka. You speak of the small bipedal amphibians with the overly high reproductive rates, correct? Oh no, I'm afraid I cannot take those. A compatriot of mine made the mistake of purchasing a pair of such creatures several months ago. Within weeks, our storage facilities were nearly overrun. If you are in possession of such creatures, I hope you keep them separated. If not, then you have my condolences. Is there no way I can convince you to take them off my hands? I suppose having a few of the creatures would not be of harm. We do have experience handling them now, I suppose. Since they are so difficult to maintain, I would ask that you provide 100 credits, and I will take them off your hands. You know what? That's the deal. You got it. Very well. It is a pleasure doing business with you. We'll have my people show up to remove your Gizka as soon as possible. Thank you very much. For an off-worlder, interacting with you has been most pleasant. And it's just that simple. Just that simple and easy. So the Gizka are gone now. Removed. Forever. And ever. Now down here is the Sith dock. I'm not going into it. Can't anyway. Well, probably not a good choice to go in there right now, but at some point down the line, it will be an option. Leaving Ahto City, cameras deactivated. I just want to show it to you. I can at least check it out, but I believe, and this, yeah, private Sith docking bay. So, yeah, eventually we'll if I choose, we may pay the Sith a visit over there. We'll have a good reason to be there. Trust me on that one. Yeah. Okay. Like every time. Okay. It takes too long. With the Selkath, I definitely talk over them and try to read whatever they're saying really quick and just skip through it if I can, because you know, I have to admit, Selkath are kind of difficult to listen to.
Time to listen to your stories. I've got a full shipment of KotOR ready to load before my shift is over.
Over an extended period of time, which, you know, get used to it because we are on the Selkath homeworld of Manaan. So, you know. All right, so time to I'm trying to think, is there any reason to bring her, Johanna, at the moment? I think what I'll do is bring Bastila. Yeah. I guess. We're not doing anything with Jolee yet, his friend, but when that time comes, I'll swap back out to Jolee. So let's get rid of, or not get rid of, let's drop Johanna off and bring Bastila. Gun save. Okay, this guy over here, I believe, plays Pazak, if I remember correctly. Who are you? Traveling Pazak player. Not right now. That's what I'm here for. Gotcha. Jabba. Okay, now I have to get past this security. So, talk to the court official. Welcome to Manaan. While you are here, I trust you will follow all the rules governing the activities of off-worlders. Okay, don't worry. I'll follow the rules. This is a docking. There's a docking fee of 100 credits. You'll have to pay this fee each time you dock on Manaan, or you will not be permitted. Make it 50 credits, and you got a deal. What? Frickin' hell, man. Frickin' hell. Failed. Failed. Consider rude to. Okay. What a jerk.
There's a lot of money to be made in the Republic in times like these. If we survive, of course.
We can go in there and talk to people, but there's no reason to.
So, Bastila, I heard a rumor that the Vulkars captured you without much of a struggle. It must be embarrassing to be bested by a handful of street thugs.
There were extenuating circumstances, and I can assure you, it took far more than a handful of Vulkars to subdue me.
Okay, let's not get into
Whatever you
this.
say. All I know is that if we had more Jedi like Bastila fighting against us in the Mandalorian Wars, my side might not have lost.
Bold talk from a broken-down mercenary who was serving at Davik's heel. I'd call you his pet cat-hound. But they have enough loyalty not to turn on their masters.
Insults? Maybe if your master had trained your lightsaber to be as quick as your tongue, you could have escaped those Vulkars, you spoiled little Jedi princess.
I was not spoiled. I was given the same training as everyone else in the Order. You are nothing but... No, I must not do this. There is no emotion. There is peace.
That's the problem with you Jedi. Always chanting about peace and control. Never up for a good fight. Well, except for Revan, I guess.
Enough, Mandalorian. I won't rise to your bait anymore. The game is over. Let us continue on with what we were doing.
Man, I love stuff like that. Those random little moments between the companions. Oh, we don't want to be here yet. Yep. I'm sorry. Went the wrong way. Let's go back the other way. Yeah, I don't want to be here yet. I should just grab Jolee though. Honestly. And since I'm here. Yeah. Yeah. Oh. All right. So we're going to inquire about Sunri over here. Sunri's a friend of Jolee's. That's his wife, Sunri's wife. Right
Jolee,
there.
it is you. I need your help.
And Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunri. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Why? Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolee. Sunri has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolee. Sunri isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Laura. Where's Sunri now?
Sunri's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunri. Somehow.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Sunri's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Alora. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunri. Somehow.
Now, back here is a cantina. Human, I wish to speak to you if you have the time. Alright. Greetings, human. My name is Noko Was. I hope you are enjoying yourself here in Ahto City. The floating city is beautiful, is it not? Oh, it's truly a wonder. You're too gracious, human. The beauty of Manaan is delicate. Our ecosystem is complex and fragile, and I fear for the preservation of my planet. What are you talking about? There's a task I would ask, human. Jedi, I fear there is nowhere else I can turn. What do you want me to do? Rest assured there will be ample reward for this, human. I only require information, nothing more. The Republic has been hiring mercenaries, many more than usual. As an official of the Selkath people, this is of great concern to me. I only seek the reason for this change in Republic policy. We get it, Taiwan. Yes. Why do you need me for this? You cannot trust anyone else. The Republic obviously wants to keep it a secret. I've inquired often as to their purpose and been rebuffed. The Sith cannot be trusted to give me an accurate report of events. They will twist the truth so that it furthers their own goals. And the mercenaries are well aware of the high wages the Republic is paying. They would not report anything that might slow the flow of credits into their accounts. Uncover the truth behind the Republic's actions, and I will pay you 500 credits.
Start poking your nose in a place that doesn't belong, and you might not like what you find.
Well, it can't be helped. We have to. Find why the Republic is hiring so many mercenaries. Find where they are going. Find why they do not return. It all intersects. All these little side quests and the story intersect. They're interwoven. See, it's like a finely woven web by a really creative spider weaving a web of mystery. I'll look into it for you, Nico. Once you discover some information, please come speak to me. Believe it or not, I am a friend of the Republic, whatever the truth. So I'll do my best to protect the Republic's interests and those of the Selkath, of course. Copy that. Camp Ganto Yas, huh?
I don't come here looking for sparkling conversation.
No.
So clear out already.
Okay.
Manaan may not seem very hospitable, but a surprising amount of trade runs through it because of the KotOR trade.
Oh. Interesting. Ichani, or Iridorian mercenary, and
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian
big Ichani fan.
Though they lack the stomach for certain jobs.
Let's ask you some questions. What do you have against the Ichani and the Mandalorians?
They lack the resolve to do what needs to be done. The Ichani believe in a non-existent warrior code of honor, and the Mandalorians prize credits above bloodshed. But I am Iridorian. Honor comes from slaying your opponent, and the true reward of any job is the taste of your foe's dying blood on your tongue. Yes, I'm
How's it going now?
There are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
Yes. Yeah.
For a while, the Republic was hiring anyone they could get their hands on. Now they don't have any use for us mercs. It's too bad. I could have used the work.
Canderous. I haven't seen you since the Republic broke our ranks at the Battle of Malachor.
Ergeron, I see you've got some new guns to add to your collection. Times must have been profitable for you since the war.
Very profitable. When the Republic defeated our fleets, I learned a valuable lesson. It's far better to be a freelance mercenary in a war than to be a soldier for the losing side. If you're here to offer me a job, I'm not interested right now. I got so many offers I can't keep up as it is. Maybe that Iridorian skullslacker at the bar, or the Ajani nerf herder cowering in the corner is available.
Can I ask you some questions?
The times are good right now, and I'm feeling generous.
Actually, I'm kind of ahead of myself here. I'll have to come back in here and talk to all these people regarding Sunri and the murder investigation I'll be undertaking. Why is the Republic hiring so many mercenaries?
But the price is sure right. Of course, I haven't heard of anyone coming back, so I'm guessing the job ain't easy. So why you?
Okay, well, I'll be going now.
Going,
yeah.
go. I don't need a status report.
Greetings, human. My name is Shayless. I've heard it said that you are no friend of the Sith. Is this true? My allegiance are my... Actually, I kind of like the Sith. Yeah. So I suspect we have little in common. I share your dislike of the Sith. They have brought grief to my family. I'm not a fool. I know the Sith do not respect our laws as the Republic does. But up to me, I would do everything in my power to aid the Republic in the war against Malak. Intergalactic politics stay in my hands. Still, I know the Sith are evil, and I'm sure what they will do to my people and what they may be doing now. Okay. What are you talking about? Just get to the point. What are you talking about? And is Selkath have managed, even most who have gone missing or on the cusp of adulthood, the youth who will someday lead this planet. My own daughter, Shasha, is among those who have disappeared. These disappearances coincide with the arrival of the Sith, and I cannot dismiss the connections. The Sith are up to something human, something sinister, and I can feel it. You want me to investigate these disappearances? See how sharp my character is? I will give you 500 credits if you can uncover the fate of my daughter and other missing Selkath youth. Not much, but all I can afford. I have no official authority in this matter. My personal wealth is not vast. And there is no one else like a 13 human. The Republic agents are too closely watched by the Sith and the Ahto City authorities. Not act without proof of Sith involvement. I shall look into these disappearances for you, Shayless. I promise. I cannot imagine where to begin the investigation, though I suspect the Sith did not act alone. Perhaps the off-worlders in the mercenary enclave know something. If you learn anything, human, report back to me at once. If you uncover the fate of my daughter and the other missing Selkath youth, I will reward you as promised. Everybody needs somebody
We might have a position
sometime.
within the Sith organization for one such as you.
Your offer is pretty good, but I've heard some nasty things about you, Sith. Is it true you bombed Taris into dust?
This is war. In war, certain
Bombed
distasteful
Taris
acts cannot be
into
avoided.
dust, eh?
But ask yourself this: when we win the war, would you rather be against the Sith or with us?
You make a good point. And I've never turned down a job that pays up front.
Excellent. Report to the Sith Embassy tomorrow for your assignment.
Wow. That's all it takes?
You hiring for the Republic or the Sith? Then why are you wasting my
Neither.
time? There's big money to be made here. I can't risk missing a job offer.
He's in a Chani? He looks just like a Mandalorian slash human slash, you know, dozens of other clones running around the galaxy who look just like him.
I have no desire to speak to you. I know you have links to the Republic.
Precisely. Good day to you. Never speak to me again.
You're new around here, aren't you? My name's Duan. Care to buy a Sith girl a drink? That is, unless you're one of those simpering Republic soldiers.
Yes, I'm Count Groovula. I'm just here to check out the swoop
Well,
races.
some of the soldiers like to go and bet on the swoops on their day off, but this planet is bad enough without mingling with the locals. It isn't easy here, you know. Not with all the Republic soldiers walking the streets while we sit and do absolutely nothing. Malak should send a fleet in and conquer this whole sector, KotOR or no. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
I hear you sit there taking an interest in the
We
Selkath
Sith are
youth.
interested in a lot of things. If you're smart, you'll stay out of Sith business. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know?
But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind, you know? She sings her line, you know? I like that. I'll be going.
I get a little bit wild, and you want to hold it against me. Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
Yeah, I'll be coming back in to talk to all these fools.
Hey man, clear out. You're cramping my style with the ladies.
That's your style? Drunk at the bar, that's your style?
So,
It's a hepcat.
That's an awful lot of money. Is there something you're not telling me?
Don't be so suspicious. The Republic is generous. We pay our mercenaries well.
Makes sense, I guess. All right, I'm in. When do I start?
Just show up at the Republic Embassy tomorrow and speak to our representative there. I'm sure he'll have some task he wants you to start on right away. Do you mind? I'm in the middle of a Republic recruiting drive right now. I need to hire these mercenaries before they sign up with the Sith.
Are you interested in
In case
hiring
you hadn't
mercenaries?
noticed, there's a war on. If we don't hire these mercs, the Sith will. Now, excuse me. I have to continue my recruitments.
The fighting between the Republic and the Sith is spreading farther. I wonder how long before Manaan becomes a battleground.
Just in case it crashes. Going to save. Never be too careful.
The Republic respects the peace of Ahto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have suffered such serious injuries. Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only when they have the advantage of numbers.
I'm aware of the Republic's indignation, however, witness reports clearly state the Republic soldiers were as willing to engage violence as the Sith
They
in this
were
case.
provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
Taunts and threats are not sufficient provocation in the eyes of this court. Words can be ignored, which is what your men should have done. Find both the Republic and the Sith to be equally at fault for this breach of the peace. I should throw all parties involved into the Ahto City jail, but since no Selkath were harmed in this conflict, I will show mercy and levy a fine of 10,000 credits to both sides. Wow. What a money-making scheme they're running. Court is dismissed, though I warn you, further disturbances will not be viewed with such leniency. I am Judge Selkath, acting on behalf of the Selkath government of Manaan. It is my task today to answer the needs of off-world citizens, or both the Republic and Sith Empire. If you have legitimate grievances with another party, then you should speak to me. You should first, however, consult with the Republic Embassy before pressing formal charges. Is there something you wish to bring to my attention? I would like to investigate the murder case involving Sunri. That is acceptable. I believe in Manaan legal tradition, the defendant can have an arbiter who tries to prove his innocence in court. The arbiter is the neutral party that can investigate and present evidence at the trial and argue on the defendant's behalf. As you are a Jedi, I believe you can fulfill this role adequately.
Sunri's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
So be it. You're now appointed arbiter in the case of Sunri versus the Sith Empire. Name and position have been recorded. I will now inform you of the pertinent facts in this case. You have a limited amount of time in which to investigate and organize the defense of your client, and I advise you to use it wisely. Sunri was seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman, Ilasa Huros. He has been charged with a murder and is being held in the Ahto City prison facilities. Witnesses claim to have seen the killing and are being detained at the hotel in question pending the trial. The manager of the hotel has now been informed of your appointment. Ilasa was found dead of a blaster wound with an incriminating Republic metal clutched in her hand. This information has been uploaded to your datapad. It would be wise to review all information before the trial starts. You may question Sunri or the witnesses. The evidence in this case is heavily stacked against Mr. Sunri. I believe it will take some doing to absolve him
Yes, but it
of
almost
guilt.
seems too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
That's odd. Why we're not seeing Jolee, I don't know. You may also interview the judge here, including myself, to get an idea of the pertinent factors in the case. Since this is also your first case and you're an off-worlder, I feel compelled to add good luck as my final missive. Yes. Let's, actually, I need to, finish your thought, Tom. I shall answer questions pertaining to the case and those questions only. What do you think of Sunri? I find the idea that some half-human cripple could murder someone as obviously competent as a Sith Ilasa questionable at best. A man who can barely walk killed a Sith warrior in her prime? Preposterous. But I wouldn't put it past the Republic to try and arrange such circumstances to see her dead. The Sith are much more straightforward about their intentions. Is that all? Is there anything suspicious? Oops. I'm sorry. Whoops. What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? That the Republic is an institution in sore need of change. It has gone on too long, and the Sith are the fresh wind of change blowing across the galaxy. What? Do not believe in the false stories of the evils of the Sith Empire. They are nothing compared to the oppression and stagnation that the Republic represents at its core. I was given the power to decide Manaan would join with the Sith, forcing the Republic to accept the new face of the future. Sadly, it would appear that I am wiser and more farsighted than my immediate superiors. I am relegated to civil judicial matters. We'll judge this case, and I will find Sunri as guilty as he is charged to be. Wow.
Judge for a change.
Yeah, no shit.
You said it.
No innocent before proven guilty here, huh? I have no more questions. I'm just getting a feel for their where they stand with Sunri. I don't have to do this. This is adding time. I know how this goes. I've done this so many times. Oh, the arbiter. Since you have been permitted to defend Sunri against these accusations, I shall assist. Oh, I can. What do you think of Sunri? Sunri was a great warrior in his time. He fought for the Republic against the Sith aggression and proved valorous. I have great respect for his accomplishments and find it tragic that he finds himself in his current condition. If the Republic had more individuals like him right now, I do not believe the Sith would be so great a problem for your people. Is there any other way I can assist you? Anything suspicious? I find it questionable about a man with such a reputable past as Sunri would murder a Sith woman, especially not from behind. But knowing the Sith, there is probably some deception involved. They seek to do the same thing to us here. There has been such pressure by the Sith on our government, even on the judges themselves, to deliver a guilty verdict in this case. But the letter of the law is absolute, and we will not be compromised for Sith power gain. Is there anything else you need? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith? I find this great battle being waged across the galaxy both disturbing and ultimately tragic. For all its faults, your tottering public has benefited the vast majority of the galaxy for many millennia. To see it fall into ruin in such a short time. I do not like the Sith that I make no effort to hide. I will even admit that if given the option, I will rule that we should join the Republic. But I must remain impartial and rule on this case as the law requires. Any additional questions? No more questions for now. Okay. I suppose I must spend some time talking to you since you are here on an official capacity. What do you need? Or in an official. Anyway, what do you think of Sunri? Sunri was a Republic soldier, a hero even. Do you think his Republic masters will let someone so valuable go so easily? I think not. I think Sunri maintains his contacts with the Republic and seeks to escalate the situation here. Is there anything else you require? Anything suspicious about the case? I find this case to be fairly straightforward. Sunri is from the Republic, Ahto from the Sith. The great empires battling now live out their conflict through their minions. Is that all? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith Empire? Do not buy into the Republic line that this is some epic battle of the good Republic against the evil Sith Empire. Sith Empire is merely an expansionistic power, much like the Republic was early in its history. It is simply the turning of history, where the old is swept away by the better new. The better new. Is there anything intelligent you wish to know? No questions. Yeah. Karth? I mean, Candace? Since you have been designated arbiter in the Sunri case, I shall answer questions that you might have. What do you think of Sunri? Sunri is a former Republic officer who is highly regarded by your people. He is admired by your people here on Manaan, and even seems to be maintaining some sort of relations with them still. He is as capable as some of the Republic citizens still believe him to be. He is certainly capable of actions that would result in this murder. Is there anything else you wish to ask in relation to this case? Anything suspicious? Well, I have often wondered, if Sunri were so innocent, why was he seen fleeing the scene? Why would he have been running if he had not committed the crime himself, or was at least aware of what had occurred? This case seems fairly simple and obvious to me. You Republic types stick together, however, and I assume you will go to lengths to defend him. What else do you wish to ask? What do you think of the Republic and the Sith? Both empires are at fault for this current conflict. The Republic is, in the past, laying the foundations upon which the Sith Empire grew, and the Sith now, obviously, were starting the war. But no matter the wrongs that have been done in the past, the Sith now have no cause for renewing hostilities. It almost seems as if they just want to conquer everything. I believe the Republic has every right to defend itself and drive the Sith back where they came from. Unfortunately for them, and perhaps for us, they do not seem to be doing too good a job of it. Is there anything else you wanted to know? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I go bye-bye. You guys coming? All right. What out here? Oh. It's not where I want to be. Yeah, okay. And you know what? I just remembered. I gotta go talk to Sunri. You may come and go as you please, Arbiter. You will find the door unlocked. If you wish to begin your trial, you must make a request with the warden. Okay. Let's go in here. Let's go in here. Hey, how you doing?
When I get out of here, you're dead. I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head.
It's not
and bathe
Sunri.
in your
This is
blood.
a Mandalorian, I think. Think white off-world scum. It's hard to tell. You coming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need you a little bit closer, bud.
Sure.
Right here. Okay?
Jolee, what are you doing here? Alora sent me, Sunri. I'm here to get you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolee? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkle butt more than a few times as well, friend, if I recall. But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The case is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the Selkath seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed.
Let's go over the evidence.
I was at the hotel, I admit. And I did meet Alasa there that night, but it's not what you think. I
How do you know what I think?
Public intelligence. We were pretending to feed information to the Sith. Well, I turned Alasa into a double agent working for us. It was going well, too, until she turned up dead. Maybe the Sith had found out I was turning her and had her eliminated. But let's look at the facts they've given. Alasa was brutally killed. Think about that. She was a Sith, trained in battle, and I'm just a crippled old man. My war injuries make it difficult for me to walk, even to hold things. See how my hands are shaking? How could I kill a Sith warrior at close quarters? I ask you. Further, they say they found my hero's cross at the crime scene. Would I leave my war medal behind if I killed someone? Even I'm not that stupid. Obviously, the Sith planted the cross. And what about the lack of forensic evidence? Skin and hair samples, clothing fibers. Why isn't there anything like that at the crime scene? Sounds like an obvious frame-up to me. I hope you can see how the Sith are manipulating the Selkath, and probably even you to set up this against me. We need to get this over with quickly and clear my name. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
Okay, I need to investigate the case some more. Any ideas where I should look?
Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. Selkath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
A few things
Go
we
ahead,
have to clear up.
Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
The judge just said that you left after the shot was fired.
How would they know? They weren't there. I heard some of the witnesses said that too,
Witnesses?
but I swear she was alive when I left. I wonder if the Sith have been putting pressure on people to get them to convict me. It wouldn't surprise me at all. They've had it in for me since the war. You should ask everyone about that. They might admit to helping the Sith under pressure.
Alrighty, I'll be going now.
I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough
Oh, yeah.
evidence to go to trial, just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Okay. Well, sounds fishy. Because we're on, you know, like a sea world. Manaan. Technically, we're we're on a floating city above Manaan, you know. But then again, I mean, there's freaking water. Yeah, we're floating, you know, on the water, on the ocean. There, you can see. So that's interesting there. The white water. The spray. I remember the first time I checked this out. You have to think about this out. Back in 2003, this looked amazing. It did. Whoa, man. Like, check out the ocean. It's so real. But, you know, there's a certain beauty to all this. Even to this day. Though it doesn't measure up graphically, you know, to today's standards, it's still, I think, aged fairly well. It holds up quite well. Mainly it's the story, the gameplay, and characters, all that. That makes it so appealing to go back to, you know.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunri's trial.
Yeah.
My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't
Okay.
commit.
Can you tell me anything about Sunri?
He's a cripple.
Yes,
There's no way he could have overpowered this Sith woman like they claim.
That's true. I'd forgotten about that. Let's not forget that he would have to have been considerably older than the Sith woman.
Are you saying someone your age couldn't overpower a woman?
I'm a Jedi, and one who was living alone in the Shadowlands until recently. That keeps you in shape, damn it. We're talking about Sunri here.
And there's no way he would do something so dishonorable as hit her from behind. Sunri's a decorated war hero. He's a hero of the Republic.
What if they were having an affair? I'll just say, don't worry,
Find
Alora,
the
I'll
real
save
evidence.
him.
That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunri didn't do this.
There's more to the story. Okay? More to the story. I'm going here because there are some witnesses in here. This is why I came in here before. I kind of wasted time, but we're fine. You know, we'll, yeah.
A friend of mine got into Pazak. You know, the card game.
Oh,
Now we can't stop. It's so addictive.
Right.
I hope you're here to play some
Yeah.
Pazak.
No. I want to ask you some
I
questions.
prefer to make my credits gambling, but I never turn my back on an opportunity.
maybe this can be a profitable exchange for both of us.
Oh? Do you know why the Republic is hiring so many? He's not going to help me with that. Do you know anything about the recent
But what do you
murder?
expect when a Sith spy and a Republic war hero are having an affair? Anyone could see it would end ugly.
Wait, what? Affair? What are you talking about?
Oh, so you didn't know about Sunri stepping out and his wife? Well, it may have been a secret to some, but I'm not blind. I should have charged you for that juicy tidbit. But I figured anyone investigating the murder would have already figured that out by now. Okay, you got a freebie out of me. But that's all I know about Sunri and his hot Sith side dish. You done wasting my time now, or you got some more questions?
No. That was quite interesting. Thank you.
So clear out already.
Okay.
I am not for hire. Perhaps the Mandalorian or the Achani can help you, though they lack the stomach for certain jobs.
Mercenary who's not for hire. That's strange.
Why do you care? There are other mercenaries you can hire, though I suggest you act quickly. The Republic seems to be in desperate need of mercenaries right now. Though not so desperate they have asked for my help as of yet. They prefer the simpering, submissive type, like the Mandalorian or the Achani.
Simpering submissive. I would not use those two words to describe Mandalorians. Chinese, I don't know. Maybe.
Ask whatever you wish, though you may find some of my answers distasteful.
Why is Republic? I don't know. Have you heard about have you heard anything about young Selkath going missing? Now, I believe he can help out with this.
But my business with the Selkath is my own.
Maybe the Selkath would be interested in your activities. How many credits persuaded? Maybe I'll just gut you like a Selkath preparing. This is what you got to say to him, because he'll respect this and appreciate this. Maybe I'll just gut you like a Selkath preparing an Orkana Ray for lunch.
The language of my people. We share the love of death and bloodshed, but we are a rare breed on this planet. Even the Sith here are as weak as the cowardly fish people. The Sith sought to buy my loyalty with credits, as if wealth could somehow quench my burning bloodlust. They would have been better off hiring an Achani for the errands they had me running.
What were you doing for the Sith?
The task paid well, but was boring and beneath me. I was told to lure the Selkath youth to the Sith embassy. Nothing more. I lied, I threatened, I promised, and I brought the most promising youth of the fish people to the Sith, and there I left them. To what purpose I neither know nor care. Perhaps when the Sith learn I have betrayed their secret, they will try to kill me. I would welcome the excitement.
Sounds like a recruiting drive to me. We used to use it on planets we had conquered. Get them while they're young and impressionable.
Is there more you would ask of me, human?
Yeah, do you know anything about the murder of
Those
Alasa?
too weak to defend themselves deserve to die. A murder is justified if you have the strength to kill your victim. Is there anything else you would know?
Yeah,
Yes,
well,
I'm not
you've been
surprised.
more than helpful. Thank
There
you.
are few on this watery world who feel comfortable in my presence.
More than helpful.
For a while, the
Absolutely.
Republic were hiring anyone they could get their hands on. Now they don't have any use for us mercs. It's too bad. I could have used the work.
Okay. I guess that's all we're going to get from him.
If you're here to offer me a job, maybe that...
No. Maybe, can I ask you some questions?
Normally I'd charge you for information. Times are good right now, and I'm feeling
Okay.
generous. So ask your questions, free of charge.
Oh, thank you. Do you know anything about the murder of Alasa?
They say some Republic war hero killed her. Maybe you should check out the Republic embassy.
You...
So why are you telling me?
Okay. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, it's you again. Didn't think I'd see
You
you
again.
around here. I probably should cut back on the
Oh,
drinking.
look, you know,
But it's a good
we
way
got
to
off on the
relax.
wrong foot.
There's a lot of tension here on Manaan, but I don't really want to talk about that right
We'll
now.
just take the hat
I'm
off.
just here to have a couple of drinks and try to unwind. You know?
Can I buy you a drink? I'm investigating the recent murder of
What is there to
Alasa.
investigate? Obviously, Sunri is guilty, but the Republic is doing everything they can to keep him out of a Selkath prison. But I don't really want to talk about that right now. I'm just here to have a couple of drinks and try.
We're not going to get anything helpful from her. She's just fun to talk to, though. Yeah, I'm not going to ask her about the ancient ruins or star maps or any of that shit.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get it. I
get it.
wild, and you want to hold it against me. Come on, what's the matter? Afraid I'll drink you under the table? Hey, if you're not man enough to keep up, who needs you? Seems I'm not ladylike enough for some men. Well, I may be a woman, but I'm still a soldier. Barkeep, bring me another round.
Anything else out of this dude?
You're cramping my style with a lady.
I think if I was playing a female Jedi, actually, we would be able to talk to this guy. Big low. If I recall correctly, I have played through as a female. Okay, I need to pause here. So let's find a nice little spot. And